Liebelt. It is so good to see you guys. Welcome in. It's Thursday. The date is maybe the 5th of March. I'm not sure. It's so good to see you guys. I have missed you so much. I was thinking about you guys the whole time not the whole time. I shouldn't say that, but I was definitely thinking about you guys as I was just gone for a few days. It's really, really good to see you. And we are back at it today. We're going to talk a little bit about if you are stuck and you cannot burn fat and the conversation of being metabolically flexible. That's what I want to dive into today because I've been having a conversation with somebody in the background about this. And it's like, you know what? Maybe this will just bring a little bit of enlightenment to you. Okay. I hope so. So good morning. Good morning. Let me know if you are on the replay. I would love to know where you're coming in from always. We come here at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, Monday through Friday. We've done this for about a year and over a year. And we talk about insulin resistance. I was born into an Italian family, so I'm half Italian. And that makes it harder to not be obese and have type 2. Or at least that was true in my family. That's probably not true in everybody's family, but I'm just telling you what my little circle of story is. So my dad, 100% Italian, he dies at 63. 63, type 2 diabetes, lots of obesity and type 2 in my Italian family. And so this has been my journey. This has been my story. It is my story. And so when I found out that I was gestational diabetic at 22, hypoglycemic with the second pregnancy at like 26, 7, my dad dies when I'm 30, frozen shoulder when I'm 50. That's another sign of insulin resistance. I mean, like, I should have freaking got it together a long time before I did, but I didn't. And you know what? I had this mom that would not leave me alone about my sugars. So God bless my mama, because that's why I am here on a regular basis talking to y'all, because we've been lied to and told that this is genetic. There can be predispositions, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean anything. You can change. You can turn this around. I just promise you can turn this around. So I'm not a doctor. I'm just an Italian girl who figured things out, but I love sharing exactly what I did because now then you guys get the same results and it's been really, really fun. Okay. So before we dive into like, why can't you burn fat, etc., just as housekeeping, number one, Monday, put this in your phone, Monday the 10th. We have another 5-day insulin resistant reset challenge. Okay. Let's reset your body. We do this every single month. It's our 22nd one. It's in the group. Ditch insulin resistance for women. If you are stuck, you cannot lose weight, and you have not looked at it through the lens of insulin resistance. This is literally how I lost 3 sizes in my 50s by changing a couple of things. Okay. So that's literally how I did that. Number 2, most of you you're already on board and you don't seem to be having any questions, but just in case anybody does, they launched a brand new customer promo this month, March of 2025. Good morning, Terry. Thank you. We had such a lovely, blissful time. I can't even tell you. It was so much fun. We were in Florida, by the way. I'm in Minnesota. And while I was gone, we had like 6 to 8 inches of snow, and we went to, we were in Clearwater Beach, Florida for a few days. We went down to St. Pete's. We went down to Anna Maria Island, blah, blah, blah. And we just had a really good time. My husband and I, we've been married for 37 years. And so really, really fun. Anyway, so the new customer launch, you cannot check out as a guest. You have to be a registered customer. But if you want cash back in your pocket, this is an ongoing promotion, you guys. This isn't something that's just a little like miniature promo. This is going to be ongoing until they say it's not. Okay. When you purchase $150 or more 3 months in a row, on that 3rd month, they're going to give you $75 off. That's literally like just cash in your pocket. Now, there are a lot of you that will do that with supplementation because of the things that we talk about in terms of insulin sensitivity and wanting to get to that point where you can like actually live your life. And I'll tell you a few things that I had done this weekend or this last few days. I know I'm more metabolically flexible than I've literally ever been in my life. But if you need help with other product lines, you just let me know, okay? Because you don't have to think only in terms of supplementation. But I want to make sure that I can help you get that cash back, because literally, you guys, that's the one thing about being married, being the daughter of an Italian dad who's my grandpa came from Italy after World War I. He was a prisoner of war, came to the United States of America. They were poor. They had no money. He bought the Christmas tree on Christmas Eve because it was the cheapest day. He would buy all of the fruit in Minneapolis, like in Northeast Minneapolis, where my dad grew up. He would buy all of the fruit after it was past its ripeness and bring it home for my grandma, my Italian grandma, to do something with. So that's where this, like, I'm a wholesale girl. I'm a let's save a few pennies type of a girl, because I want to be like a good steward of my money. But I also, man, I love a deal. So I just assume that everybody in my world loves a deal. So I don't want you to miss out on that. All right. So it's an ongoing promotion. If you have questions, ask me. So let's dive into being metabolically flexible a little bit, because I feel like this is a piece of the puzzle of why we don't think that everything is turnaroundable, why we don't think that we can actually reverse insulin resistance. I am living proof. I am living proof that you can turn around insulin resistance. Okay. And you could be at anywhere on your spectrum. You could be at the very, very beginning where you're just starting to get that belly fat and you're like, well, what's that all about? Like, since when do I have this belly and it won't go away? That's literally like one of the first signs of insulin resistance, because insulin is a fat storing hormone and it loves to store it in your belly. Like, this is the beginning of that process, right? But we are very indoctrinated to believe by the matrix that you don't turn this around. You don't heal this. You manage with scripts. That's what you do. Well, that's a bunch of BS. That's why I come on here every day at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I talk to you guys about this, because you can turn this around. And I love, 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 love the testimonies that I get to live inside of from you guys. You give me these testimonies, how much weight you've lost, because when your insulin is high, you can't burn fat. When your liver is messed up, you can't burn fat. So when I help you to figure that out, like we talk about targeted supplementation, when we do that and you begin to change out your food ingredients, that's a big piece of that reset challenge next week, right? Ingredient trade outs. That's hearts on Instagram. Look at me. And that's a big piece of the puzzle, right? So 2 things that are really basic, but then you can get your sugars down and get off of meds and lose weight and lose inches and feel better in your clothes and get some sleep and feel more energized and not crashing all day long, and get your gut to turn back around, because insulin resistance leads to leaky gut. So let's figure this out, okay? So if you feel like your body refuses to burn fat, constantly is craving sugar, is that you? Put it in the comments below if you are a constant sugar craving person, or you crash after meals. You are not broken. Hello. Thank you so much, Cheryl. Thank you for liking the live. You, she says, me. Trust me, I understand. Poster child of sugar addiction. You guys, it was snack size Snicker bars when I was raising my babies. Snack size Snicker bars and a big like newspaper on a Sunday afternoon. You lay in bed, you read the newspaper, because this is what my mom did, right? So I just repeated. And I would just snack on that. And then we'd take a really good long sugar crash nap. I mean, honestly, this is where I came from, just to let you know. Or you go to the theater and you get, theater buttered popcorn, which is the worst thing ever for you. But anyway, and Milk Duds, and you eat them at the same time. That's when movies were actually coming out that were good, and you could, take advantage of that. But anyway, so you are not broken. You're not broken. Your metabolism just needs a reset. This is why we do the 5-day reset every month. Today, I'll show you how to retrain your body to burn fat efficiently, plus a sneak peek into why insulin resistance is making weight loss harder than it should be. Okay, number 1. So you have to understand the problem first, okay? So a healthy metabolism switches between carbs and fat for fuel. Okay, it's no problem. So your friend who is not insulin resistant and she can eat anything she wants, she doesn't have high insulin when she goes and gets tested. She doesn't have a fatty liver. She just like effortlessly stays at the same, weight basically. She walks all the time and she just has this healthy metabolism, and it can go from burning sugar to burning fat, burning sugar to burning fat. And so her body is in this really good state of balance and whatever synchronicity. Okay. That's if you have a healthy metabolism. All right. Now, if you're always hungry and you're craving carbohydrates, or you're storing fat, belly, hips, knees, arms, back fat, all of it, your body is stuck in a sugar burning mode. Okay. And I'll explain that in just a second. Now, you can actually get really quick wins. You can start to change things around by doing a few basic things. Obviously, the number one thing is to cut sugars and processed carbs. I mean, come on now. Did you think it was going to be any different than that? No. You have to reduce processed carbs and eat more protein and healthy fats. We talk about protein here all the time. Protein, 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 protein. Why? Because it stabilizes your blood sugar. It helps you to maintain lean muscle mass, and it makes you feel full and satiated for a long time. Now, you can do something like and get some quick wins within the first week. A good full reset, you guys. This is where I talk to you about this all the time. You're talking about 4 to 6 weeks, sometimes months. It depends on where your body is at. So if you are type 2 diabetic and longer than the person who just found out they were insulin resistant and they've got some belly fat that's annoying them, it's a spectrum, right? You have to be able to assess your own life. All right. So a full metabolic reset, 4 to 6 weeks, your body learns to burn fat for fuel efficiently, but you are cutting out your sugars and your processed carbs. Okay. You're cutting out starchy vegetables and high sugar fruits. You're doing all of it, right? Because you have to reset. Now, if you need deep healing, like you're that type 2 person and you're on insulin, et cetera, it's going to take you a good 6 months or so. Like this is a gauge. This is not, a perfect science at all. But if you have insulin resistance, you need consistent effort. So I'm going to reference one person in my world who 1 year ago, she started trading out her foods. Then she added in the targeted supplements that I talk about all the time. That's the trio, right? The 3 supplements with the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. We'll talk about that. So she starts doing that. And in 1 year, you guys, listen to this. Before you jump off, before you scroll, in 1 year, she's off of 10 meds and she's lost 50 pounds. She allowed and gave her body permission to go into healing mode. Healing mode. Is that you? Is that what you need, is healing mode? Because it's different than just a quick, whatever, like a quick reset. All right. So fix it fast. This is how you can fix it really fast. You can start to work on this super, super fast. Okay. I always talk about the acceleration of getting your body up to functioning mode by using targeted supplements, because that's what I did. And now it proves to be true that is the majority of all of my people, all of you that are getting really great results. You are launching your body towards insulin sensitivity, launching your body. This is a really big deal because most people do not know that there is actual help out there. We only think that there's only like, kind of gimmicks or whatever. Even though we'll still purchase them, we just assume they're gimmicks. And a lot of them are, because you're not actually dealing with the insulin resistance, which is basically what I talk about all the time. But step 1 is you ditching sugar and processed carbs. Step 2, you can incorporate intermittent fasting, which will give your body longer periods to heal and get into fat burning mode when it does. You can prioritize your protein and your healthy fats. Again, we talk about that all the time. Move your body, man, in Florida. So when I'm here at home, my husband and I have started to get into the gym, and I'm working my muscles because I had shoulder surgery when I was 50. And so I had a rotator cuff repair, blah, blah, blah. I want to make sure that I maintain my range of motion, and I don't want to ache, and I don't want to, all those things. So I'm getting into the gym, and I'm actually starting to do some resistance training. This is huge. This is a really big deal for people. I'm 60. So if you're right around my age or over 50 for sure, like that is your hack. Okay. It's a good hack because muscle actually will help you burn fat, but also too, it keeps you moving. Now, when we were in Florida, we walked and we walked and we walked. I mean, we walked miles and it was terrific. So we did so much walking, and I know that that's something we will incorporate a bunch in. Like now in Minnesota, I don't know what it's going to be today, maybe 30. So I don't know. It'd be fine to walk. I probably won't though. But it'll be 60 on Monday. So we're going to start walking more and more, right? So prioritize moving your body. Strength training improves insulin sensitivity and fat burning. Did you know that? That if you can build some muscle, you're going to burn more fat? Like, these are hacks that are completely different than eat less, move more, count your calories only. It can all be Oreos. It doesn't matter as long as it's 1,200 calories a day. BS. Not true. Lie. Like, it's just so dumb. Count points, even though it wasn't designed for insulin resistance. I mean, maybe it is today. I guess I don't know. I have not looked into it. So, that's how that goes. And then lastly, support your metabolism. You can do supplementation to support your metabolism. You actually can. And it's not the same as when I was in my 30s and I was taking Metabolife. Does anybody remember Metabolife? It was basically like speed on the shelf at Walmart. And then they banned it because they banned the ingredients. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I say Metabolife? That was seriously like my girlfriend and I remember, I think it was like $30 a bottle, which was outrageous back then, but we paid it. We did, Cheryl. I know, right? It's kind of crazy. So if you are feeling tired and you're working on this process, you're starting to, ditch your sugars, your processed carbs, and you're tired. Here are some tips for you. Okay. Add electrolytes to your water. Get some sugar-free electrolytes because that's going to help your energy levels. Okay. If you have hunger while you're fasting, make sure that you're eating enough protein and fat at meals. Don't overdo it. Like this time when we were in Florida, definitely I ate way too many calories and I ate way too high fat, like the whole time. And it was glorious, but I can't live like that. I'll gain weight, or at the very least I'll stall. And at the very worst, I'm going to gain, because you can't be overeating fat all the time and then expecting your body to lose fat. It's incongruent. Okay. And then if you hit a plateau, try a longer fast or adjust your carb intake slightly. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm low carb and they're 50 or less. You guys, it's probably not good enough. I'm going to be really honest with you. Like, I'm just not going to blow any smoke. You need to be looking at 20 to 30 at the highest. Not net carbs. That's BS too. Full carbs or less a day because of insulin resistance. You guys, it's not a sentence. It's not you're going to live in total deprivation land. It's just that your body needs help. So now this is why I want to explain to you why being insulin resistance makes it hard for you to burn fat, makes it hard for you to lose weight. Okay. So if you can understand this basic concept, man, you can go to the freaking moon. You can take this and you can run in 2025 and you can have a completely different result. Just like Sue did. She started a year ago, down 50 pounds and off of 10 meds. How did she do it? Well, first she started to trade out some of her foods, and then she got onto like a bandwagon where I was talking about targeted supplements, and she started adding that into her diet. And before she knew it, like, her body was being fully supported. She was making really good changes. And it wasn't about this, multi hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, like $1,200 a month of prepackaged food. Or no, she learned how to fish for herself. She learned how to stop listening to the marketing lies that were being told to her. Those are the things that she did. It changed everything. Okay. So what happens is, over the course of your life, an overconsumption of carbohydrates, which is really normal in the United States of America. Welcome to our food pyramid. And in fact, one of the testimonies that I had just pulled up this morning. She said that she had listened to the food pyramid, like I think it was for 3 years. And after 3 years of being on the food pyramid, if this is you, just remind me whose testimony this is. Hey, Linda, I know I'm back. Good to see you. Yeah, Metabolite, Dexatrim, Slim Fast. Yes, Terry. Oh my gosh, I forgot about Dexatrim. I forgot about that. That's so funny. And so, oh man, what was I saying? Oh, that was so fun. Is this good for Hashimoto's and perimenopause? Oh my goodness. 150%. Yes. Yes. Because there is this connection to insulin resistance. Everything is connected to insulin resistance. You guys, it's freaking everything. It's like if you learn this one language of insulin resistance, I am so convinced you are golden. I'm just so convinced because now it's been years of all of these connections and just, it's so crazy. So yes, absolutely. Thanks for the follow, Kim. I so appreciate you. But yeah, 100%. And yeah, I won't go down that road because that'll take me off track too much. But, so when you are eating, so the testimony was, I followed the food pyramid for like 3 years, like going to the doctor and following, ended up with type 2 diabetes. And had to completely change the way I was viewing things. And then now has lost 20 pounds, et cetera. And that's just one of my customers, just one. But anyway, so when you're constantly spiking your sugars all the time, your body was created by God to function at a really high level. It was created to run like a Porsche. So your pancreas releases insulin. It's like a delivery truck, and it goes and it picks up the glucose and it shuttles it into your cell, and life is grand. You have energy. You're burning sugar for fuel. Life is really good. But when you just keep on doing it and doing it, and you're pushing that envelope, and you, like me, listen to the marketing for the last 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Eat oatmeal in the morning, honey. Put that skim milk on it that doesn't have any fat. Let's just spike your sugars to the moon. And then when it comes to lunchtime, we're going to do it again with lots of bread or pasta or whatever. And we have just been following, like, instead of little orange juice cups like this, do you remember this? Like in the 50s, 60s. I grew up when we had these little orange juice cups. Now what do? Do you feel something like this with orange juice? I mean, that's what we did. We completely went over the cliff. Oh, I had to sneeze. Okay, I'm good. That was so close. Oh my goodness. But we really went over the cliff. And so now what happens is your pancreas is releasing insulin, and those delivery trucks are being dispatched. Go get the glucose, bring it into the cell. Go get the glucose, bring it into the cell. Well, it's just like Lucy and Ethel on the chocolate assembly line. And pretty soon it's coming so fast, they're sticking it up under their hat and they're shoving it in their clothes, and they can't cover the chocolate and put it away fast enough. Well, that's what's happening to your body when you just keep on spiking, up. And pretty soon your pancreas is like, I must need to produce more insulin. I need to release more. Well, after a while, your scientific situation in your body is that your cell closes the door. Your storage unit goes, we're done. Yeah, I'm like stuffed and toxic and we're done now. And so now your insulin says, well, I'm a fat storing hormone, so let's get busy. And you're gaining fat. You're gaining fat in your belly. You're gaining fat on your back. You're gaining fat on your arms and in between your knees and all over your body. And you're like, what the heck is going on? And maybe there's even a part of you that is resigning yourself. Well, I am getting older. I am in my 50s now. I mean, my metabolism was bound to slow down anyway, right? Isn't this, ask me how I know. The conversation inside of your head. How do I know? So we are just told that, listen, you must be eating more than you're letting on. You're really not tracking your food very well, are you? you're just eating more than you think you are. Instead of, okay, you might be insulin resistant. Let's do a fasting insulin check. Oh, look at there. Your insulin is really high. The next step will actually be that your sugars are going to raise and then they're going to stay that way. But by the time we notice that your sugars are up, all we're going to do is we're going to give you medicine. Because now we're going to go into management mode. But in the meantime, you can't drop a pound to save your freaking life. And you're like, what is happening right now? I used to fill in the blank. I used to be able to run and burn. I used to be able to get on the elliptical and burn. I used to be able to eat a grapefruit diet for a week and drop 15 pounds. I used to be able to whatever, count points, and it worked. And now things aren't working anymore. That's because we're going to change your lens. Okay, take off these glasses, take them off, put on a new pair of glasses. These are called the insulin resistant glasses. Put these on. Okay, now you can see clearly. Oh, that's right. I need to stop spiking my sugars and calling on insulin and storing fat. Spiking my sugars and calling on insulin and storing fat. In fact, if I stop doing that, then my body will go, excuse me, we still need energy. Oh, we should probably burn fat for energy since the glucose isn't there and present and ready to go. So, did I tell you recently that I've lost 3 sizes in my 50s after my cycle stopped? And I'm losing fat, not just weight. Weight is not what you're looking to lose. When you're over 50, trust me, losing muscle is a really bad idea. Losing impacted waist is a good idea, but if you consider that success for weight loss and you're counting on that to stay there, that's not going to happen. You're moving impacted waste through your body. That is amazing. I talk about my gut reset protocol all the time, using a gut primer and a probiotic all the time. Trust me, if you want regularity and lack of indigestion, sleep better, more energy, that's all that stuff, right? Like, let's move that impacted waste. Do you think that I brought that with me to Florida? How many of you think I actually brought this to Florida with me? Oh my gosh, of course I did. Are you kidding me? There was no way I was going to travel without what I needed for my gut, especially knowing that we were going to be eating out a lot. We literally ate out for 4 days straight because we were in a Verbo that didn't have a stove. So we didn't buy anything from a grocery store other than a little side note. This is something I don't do on a regular basis either, because I'll stall out any weight loss progress, any fat loss progress. Keto, there's a keto ice cream bar. You used to be able to get them at Costco. I think now you can get them at Sam's Club. But Publix, if y'all are down south, Publix has them. I put a picture in my stories the other day. It's called keto, and they are ice cream bars like Haagen-Dazs bars, but they're not sugar. They're so good, you guys. They're so good. They're so naughty. They're so good. So my point being that you can actually shift the way that your body is burning sugar all the time, but you're creating too much insulin to get it done. And the excess sugar, it's storing it as fat. You can get off that fat building stage and turn into a fat burning stage, but you have to help your body do it. You have to be the one to help your body do it, but you can, and it's amazing. And you are not sentenced for the rest of your life to have a dysfunctional metabolism, to have only fat growing mode going on in your body, and feeling like trash and exhausted. Maybe you're not sleeping well at night. Maybe your brain fog is like off the charts. You can't even think clearly enough. Some of you, I know, because I talk to you guys all the time in my messages, Messenger, my Instagram DMs, everywhere. Some of you have so much brain fog going on that it's even hard to create a grocery list. It's even hard to think about trying a new recipe. It's even hard to think about maybe changing out your pantry. And guess what? We go through all of that in the 5-day reset, the insulin resistant reset. We do this every month in the group. Ditch insulin resistance for women. Okay. And if you go to my website, I'll put that on here. It's Kirsten Liebelt, my first and last name. I'm going to put this on Facebook and YouTube.com, kirstenliebelt.com. If you go there, there's a button that gains you access into the group. It's like entry into the group. You'll get tagged. Number one, you'll eventually get tagged in a free recipe pantry PDF. Number two, every month we do a 5-day reset. The next one starts this Monday, March 10th. Every day for 5 days in a row, I will go live at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will do insulin resistance, ingredient trade outs, pantry and fridge reveal, recipe, targeted supplements, because this blueprint of everything that I just said to you, those 5 things, that's a blueprint. So Monday through Friday, I'm taking one piece of the blueprint and I'm putting it all together so that by the end of the week, you have all of your puzzle pieces. You have all of your puzzle pieces. Now what you need is you need to be encouraged. You need to be resourced, like for your mindset. You need help with those things. And I get that because it took me a long time. But Julie, do you need a reset? Join us, Julie. It's good to see you. It's so good to see you. I like your little emoji. Is that me, Julie? Are you making fun of me with the glasses? I'm just kidding. I know you're not. I'm just kidding. But I'm just telling you, like, that is how you can just like break this down, like get rid of the noise, break this down. So it's simple, 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 simple. 5 little days, 5 little nuggets, 5 little pieces to the puzzle so that you can see what it looks like on the top of your puzzle box. Okay. And testimony after testimony after testimony after testimony. You can be the person who is 62 and losing 40 pounds in 8 months. You can be the person who is 74 and losing 45 pounds in 5 months. You can be the person because you're changing the lens. And of course, these are my actual testimonies of you guys. You guys, like in the last year. I mean, there's so many there's so many that I'm literally trying to be creative as to how to get you guys the testimonies. I don't know how to get them to you the best way. I put them on a Google sheet, but then I think when you click on the Google sheet, it looks like it's blank and it's not. You have to like scroll and, people aren't going to mess around with that. And so I'm like, how can I get these? There's highlight bubbles at the top of my Instagram page. I'm like, how can I get these to people? And I'm working on it. So it's the best I can do. You're wearing glasses too. Okay, fine, Julie. So it's you with the glasses. I see. Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to jump off after I just quickly give you like the rundown of what you will hear next week when it comes to targeted supplementation, because I know that there are some of you that want to have an acceleration like right now. You're not wanting to wait. That was me. My mom said, Kirsten, you better do something about your sugars. Do you even go to the doctor? Do you even know what your sugars are? Do you even know hello, your dad died. Like, how much more motivation do you need? And thank God she did that to me because I was in my upper 40s at that point. I wasn't 18. I was in my upper 40s. So thank you, Lord, for a mama who wouldn't leave me alone. And so I'm like, okay, well, fine. Then I'll just take the biggest path of least resistance that I can possibly find, because I'm not a disciplined person. I'm not a supplement person. I don't know granola. I mean, I love granola. What do you mean being a granola person? Like, I'll eat granola all day, every day. That was me. So this is where I started. These are the 3 supplements that have the 3 ingredients that help with insulin sensitivity. This is the trio. Talk about it all day, every day, because this is such a great base way to start for anybody. It's going to help you to bring down your sugars, bring down your insulin, 2 separate things. They should be testing for both, and they don't. Bring down your insulin, bring down your sugars, get your metabolism fired up again and going, right? And then help your liver to help you burn fat. Because if you have not taken care of your liver, hello, do you go 100,000 miles on your car without changing the oil ever and expect your engine to not like crack the block on your engine or whatever? You're doing it to your body. So Like, I'm just telling you, and that's where the majority of the testimonies come from. If you want another layer to that, anybody who knows that you already know you have leaky gut, you already know that you have issues when it comes to like you're not absorbing your nutrients. You are your digestion is messed up and it's upside down. This is when I talk about the gut primer, because the gut primer, it looks like a greens product, but it's not. It's 6 different blends that you were never going to put together by yourself. I'm just going to be really honest. If you're like me, you're not putting these blends together. I mean, we're talking alkaline spices and digestive enzymes and pre and postbiotics and fermented greens. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm just telling you, like, this will shift the way that your body is functioning. And then I add a probiotic on here. I have a little white, I didn't have one by me. I apologize. Usually I have a little white powdered one, 5 live strains. Live. You need them live, active. Don't be buying that you can just be eating kefir and you're getting enough probiotics. No, you're not. No, you're not. So you need them to be alive. You need them to be active. You need them to have like scientific ability to stick to your gut, like patented stick to your gut technology and stay alive technology so it can do what it needs to do. So if you need your impacted waste moved through your body, you need to be regular. And so you don't have to take over-the-counter helpers for bowel movements. If you know that you are like, you have leaky gut, you maybe don't have a gallbladder. Do you know that you need those alkaline spices like yesterday because you don't have a gallbladder? Did you know that you need your liver health, liver to be like top notch if you don't have a gallbladder? Like, it's the base, it's the core, it's the foundation. And then the last thing would be the pixie stick, the orange pixie stick. We talk about this so much now because I'm getting verified scan results from you about visceral fat going down inside of your body. And did you know the visceral fat, that's the hormonally active and it's inflammatory. It's like emitting like beep, 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 beep. It's emitting hormones and inflammation into your body. That's that belly fat, you guys. It's the fat around your liver, your intestines, your pancreas, your stomach. It's visceral fat. What do you think is causing it? Insulin resistance. What's causing your fatty liver? Insulin resistance. Like, come on. But you can turn it around. You can turn it. I promise you, I promise you, I promise you. And you can be more metabolically flexible. So this is like, if you want your supplements to taste like candy, only do this if you like candy. Just kidding, but I'm serious. Like, when you were a little kid and you had an orange pixie stick, you got them in the plastic tubes. That's what this tastes like. Put it on your tongue. 1 a day. Do 90 days in a row. Best testimony, 3.5 inches lost from right under the bra, 2 inches off the waist, 1 inch off the hips. Many other testimonies. Usually around 30 days, people are seeing 1 inch gone in those areas. 90 days going day, all those days, multiple 6-7 inches gone. Okay. It's a clinical dose of an extract that's targeting visceral fat, the fat that goes from right underneath your bra line to the top of your hip socket. Okay. It's that trunk fat that you're trying to get rid of. And then take 30 days off. That's a pro tip. Pro tip, do it for 90 days, and each box is 1 month. Then take 30 days off. Let your body not get used to that thermogenic, because this is a thermogenic. It's heating it up inside. Okay. And then do another 90-day reset. Okay. Phenomenal product. Cannot say enough. Okay. Hold on. I'm reading a testimony. Oh my gosh, Magda. That is amazing. Okay. So Magda says this. Thank you, Magda. I hope you're still on. So she says, hi, Kirsten, my endocrinologist forced me to get on the scale. I haven't weighed myself in over 5 months. Guess what? I lost 7 pounds. Not too bad when you add it to the inches that she's lost. Okay. We talk about this all the time. This makes me so happy. I had to get rid of my scale about 7 years ago. Your scale is measuring your water weight. It's measuring your muscle, whether you've gained it or lost it. It's measuring whether you have just poop all over inside of your body, impacted waste. It's measuring all the things that it's not the point. If you want fat loss, literal, like you want to watch fat melt off of your body, now you're talking inches. You're not talking numbers on a scale, you're talking inches. So she is the one that has the testimony. She did 90 days on the gut. Well, you do take all of them, I think. You have to correct me, Magda, as to everything that you're taking. But she is taking the blood orange pixie stick, and she did it for 90 days, and she had 3.5 inches lost from her under her bra, 2 inches off her waist, and 1 inch off of her hips. And then it translated when she went to her endocrinologist to 7 pounds. Now, I'm just going to say, Magda, dollars to donuts, whatever that saying means, that's actual 7 pounds of fat that was lost. Boom. Like, you guys, do you understand? Like, her body lost fat, not just weight, not just water that's going to come back tomorrow after she eats, like something salty. No, actual fat loss. And how do you then gain the fat back? Okay, let's reverse what we just did in this live today. How do you gain the fat back? You go back to eating things that are spiking your sugars, calling on insulin. Insulin is the delivery truck going to grab the sugar and put it into your cell. You're still resistant, so your cell says no, and your insulin truck is going to store it as fat. That's how you're going to gain fat back. How do you lose the fat? You stop what got you into the pickle to begin with the processed foods, the carbs, etc. You have to stop spiking your sugars so that you don't need so much insulin being produced, so that you don't have as much sugar in your body to store as fat. So you have to kind of reverse engineer. But once you understand that that's what's happening, there's a difference between weight and fat. There's a difference between gaining fat and losing fat. Okay. And we've just been marketed to and lied to until the cows came mooing home. Eat less, move more, meow, meow, meow. And we are more obese than we've ever been, more medicated than we've ever been. This is ridiculous. And if you think you can't do it, well, Claudette's 75. She just lost 45 pounds since August 28th. Not going to lie, she's doing the entire system. Okay. August 28th, 74 years old. She just turned 75. She's doing it all. She's doing the trio, the 3 supplements that help with insulin sensitivity. She's on the, where's my top? She's on the gut primer. She even took this into her evacuation when they evacuated from the hurricane in Florida. She wouldn't be without it. She added a probiotic that I don't have right here. Pretend there's a little pocket of a probiotic, and she's been on the fat burner. So she did it all. But guess what? In 5 months, she lost 45 pounds and she's 74. This is not an age conversation. It's not an age conversation. This is an insulin resistant conversation. Okay. So Magda, congratulations. That's a fantastic testimony. Fantastic. Lorette, thank you. We did have so much fun on our vacation. We did. It was literally phenomenal. Like just the two of us, yeah. Just spent a few days in Florida and got some sun and held hands and put our toes on the beach and did all the things. And I was even on the beach talking to you guys, but that's just because I was thinking about you guys. So just to let you know, if you asked me questions, I was answering you. But that for me, I'm just going to be honest. I chose to build a business that I could build from anywhere, and to do social retailing like this online. Anybody can do what I do, just telling you. And I chose to do that so that I could literally create income, whether I'm on the beach with my toes in the sand, or whether I'm here in Minnesota where it just snowed 6 to 8 inches yesterday. We missed it. It was great. She does take the orange stick too, Julie. She does it all. She does it all. Thanks for asking. But you can get your body to function. That's the piece of the puzzle that I feel like a lot of people are missing. When you go to your mechanic and you do a detail and they say, you need a new filter and you need whatever, that you need certain we have to buy this part. We have to get you this filter. I have to go on over to my shelf and I have to grab a certain kind of oil for your vehicle. I have to go and grab, antifreeze and whatever. That's what this is. Let's grab the right pieces to your universe. That's what you're doing. And then basically all of this coaching and direction is at no charge. So it's the best way that I know to get people to actually get the results that they need so that you can not just lose weight, even though that's the best feeling, right? I mean, being down 3 sizes feels very good. And I was kind of slow. I wasn't speedy, just so that nobody thinks that, this is like overnight, because it's not. I had to heal my own body. I had to go into healing mode. And, but I will tell you, it has afforded me now to go to Florida with my husband and literally walk for miles. It has afforded me the ability to be present with my grandsons, and they have a lot of energy. Oh my gosh, they have so much energy. There's 3 of them, 4 and under. They have a lot of energy, right? Well, I want to keep up with them. I want to take them to the zoo. I want to walk around with them, and I want to be able to travel with them. And when we left last weekend and I said, James Giovanni is my oldest. And I said, James, Nona and Papa are going to get in an airplane and we're going to fly to Florida. And he said, and when I get big, Nona, we're all going to go on an airplane together. All of us. And he started naming everybody. And I'm like, yes, James. Yes, we are. Because those are the dreams that I have in my head, right? Those are the designs of life that I want to have. I need to feel good, you guys. I can't be having trash sleep or feeling inflamed all the time. I can't do both at the same time. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't work that way. You're going back to work teaching Italians business, English, and teaching Americans how to speak Italian and eat gelato. Oh, that's so cool, Julie. See you later. Have a really good day. Oh, that's so fun. That's so fun. So Ruthie, good to see you. Good to see you. So that's kind of what we're doing today. We talked about how to becoming more metabolically flexible, and I will end with this. Even over the weekend with my husband, there were times that he would order dessert and I would take 1 or 2 spoonfuls. Honestly, never once kicked me into a binge mode or anything. My body was so, what's the real word that I want to use? Balanced is just so basic. Just very flexible. Just very I'm here. I am at home. Totally not. I don't know how to explain that, you guys. I do this. I supplement. My body function goes up. And then I live within my own boundaries. And I would say 99.9% of the time, I mean, seriously, I don't grab stuff for months on end. But then we were in Florida and he ordered this cheesecake and I thought, okay, I'll try that. And I tried a couple of different things that he did, but it didn't throw me off. And this is how I know that what I teach works. Because you're chasing carbohydrates, you're chasing sugar, you're binging, you're hungry. Those are symptoms. That's not you being a loser. Those are actually signs of insulin resistance. So if you were to say to me, Kirsten, how do you know you're how do you know that you are now insulin sensitive? How do you know now, Kirsten, that you are metabolically flexible? That's how I know. That's how I know. I'm like, okay, cool. And then what was really funny is that we got to the airport and we're coming back to Minnesota, and my husband gets 2 coffees. And he did a cold caramel latte. And then for me, he did a cold brew with some cream and some sugar-free caramel. And he looks at them, he gives me, and I taste it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the best thing I've ever tasted. This is so good. I took one more sip. He goes and he sits down somewhere in the airport, and I'm doing some work, and I take one more sip and I go, I don't think so. Look, sure enough, that's his caramel latte. I mean, you guys, come on, creamy and sugary and amazing. I walked over to him and I'm like, nope, I'll take my cold brew. Thank you. And he goes, I was wondering why mine didn't taste as exciting. I'm like, So don't be confused. It's not like you're always going to just like be in bliss heaven. Like if you're drinking all of that real sugar is amazing. But it's just that we don't want our bodies to respond and then go into binge mode. And it is a response. It's a biological response. And I just don't chase like that anymore. My body doesn't chase like that anymore. Just telling you, you can absolutely 100% take it from this Italian girl. You can change this. You're here. Oh, Jan. Hi, Jan. Good to see you. Adam, Florida. Yep. Hello, Adam. Yes. And we were just in Florida. Love Florida. I don't know what it is about Florida. It really just gets me excited. Okay. So tomorrow we'll be back 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And we'll talk, do another little episode on insulin resistance Monday. In the group Ditch Insulin Resistance for Women, I'll be live for 5 days in a row. And every day you're going to get one piece of your puzzle. We do this every month. One piece of your puzzle, jump into the group, get in there, get your recipe, get your pantry ideas. Reach out to me if you need to get started on the trio or the gut reset protocol or the orange pixie stick for fat burning. Tell me what you're needing. Let's get you going. You're never too late. It's always a good time to start right now. Okay. And the customer promo is phenomenal, where you literally, purchases of 150 or more in 3 months in a row. This is brand new and it's going to go for a while. So you're not too late for that either. 150 or more subtotal. 3 months in a row. On that third month, you're going to get $75 off. If you need that information, just send $sign to me inside of an inbox somewhere. Send me $sign in my messenger or my Instagram or my TikTok, and I can explain to you what that is, like if you need help with that. Okay. A lot of you are already taking advantage of it. I can tell by your orders. And so I don't feel like there are a lot of questions, but just in case there are, let me know. I'm available. So, all right. Have such a good day, you guys. Enjoy your lives, and I will see you tomorrow. Yeah, can't wait. I really did miss you guys so much. So, all right, see you tomorrow.